Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in. We are live here at Herd Stadium to bring you Panther football here this Saturday afternoon. Dominic Lorenzano alongside Rich Francis, as always, as your Beverly Panthers once again in the NEC, getting ready to take on the Swampscott Big Blue. Chilly day today, rain coming down. We'll see how that affects things. Second day of this that we've done that.
Yeah.
Although the rain kind of held off for a good amount of the time last game, didn't it?
Last week it did. Week
it looked like it always looked like it was going to start, and then it didn't.
Yeah, today it has started, and it's going to be pretty steady.
Yeah.
It's let's see, take a quick look at our weather app, and it's 59 degrees, feels like 57. Steady drizzle, which means we're going to have some old school mud on the uniforms, which you don't often see on the fake turf stuff.
Yeah.
So although looking at how good the field looks, you know, Todd Rushton and his crew doing a great job with the field. I don't know how muddy these kids are going to get.
I know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, when there's rain, when there's weather elements, that always makes it harder to hold on to the football, and that's always a big factor in all football games is the turnover battle, and no different here in high school. You know, usually this kind of weather favors the running team, but when you run a wing T, you have so many mesh point kind of stuff. I mean, tell us about that.
A lot of the handing off, it's a lot of quick handoffs. Sometimes you see a lot of those reverses, the more exchanges of the ball. And, you know, the other thing is, you know, you're talking passing game, receivers actually have an advantage over the defensive backs. They know where they're going, so they can make the cut.
Yeah.
Expect to see kids on both sides of the ball sliding around. You know, you may see if someone scores a touchdown, you may see a little soccer slide or something like that. But ball control is going to be a big part of this game. And, you know, the way Swampscott likes to sling the ball, that's going to be an issue. They got a quarterback in Jack Spear who can throw the ball. He's thrown for about 800 yards in the season. And he's only a sophomore.
And you know, let's talk about that, because we talked about that at the end of the last game, the intricacies and differences in the spread offense. And tell us why the Swampscott one is a little bit different than the other spread offenses that they've seen this year and in general see.
Well, you know, I haven't had a chance to actually look at a whole lot of film on Swampscott.
Historically,
but historically, they do run the ball a lot. With that,
do.
They run the one fullback, and they run the ball quite a bit out of that. You know, we were talking earlier. There are no tight ends listed on their roster.
No.
So it's pretty much spread. It's sort of that you know, run and shoot.
That's exactly what I was saying.
The Houston Cougars used to run with Andre Ware and Jack Pardee and all that kind of stuff. So,
but you know, as these other spread offenses, yes, Swampscott runs the ball, but at least from the games I've done over the past couple of years, I've never seen them do a lot of option stuff.
No, not really.
Not at all. So
they don't run that. It's a straight run.
Yeah.
There's no RPO kind of stuff or anything like that usually.
And that is very run and shootish.
Yeah, and you know, Swampscott with a new coach this year. You know, a legacy of football in Swampscott with Coach Peter Bush. His father, Bill Bush, was the head coach for a long time. He was replaced by Steve Dembowski. Dembowski brought Bush on as a coach, so he coached with them. So he also coached afterwards there. So he's been around the game, played at UNH, played for the Big Blue. Interesting lineup for the kickoff here.
Yeah. UNH also, where a former Beverly Panther is playing football these days, Duncan Moreland.
Yep. Yeah, Duncan's one of those kids who was able to pick up some extra. Oh, nice handle there.
Nice handle it up. Wow, I thought that was going to be trouble all over it. Decent return.
Big hit there.
Yeah, it gets walloped out of bounds at about the 30.
And a lot of talking, too. Big hit by Sam Ubala right there on special teams.
Swampscott coming into this game at 3-4, and they've dropped their last two games. One to Auburn, and I believe the other one was to Winthrop, but that I might be wrong.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Winthrop upset Salem last night.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more of that when we have some time to go over the conference results from yesterday.
As a handoff, trying to get something around the edge, runs into his own guy.
And Sean Costa. Expect to see a steady diet of Costa today.
Also, by the way, the injuries kind of piling up a little bit for the Panthers, and now they will be without Kessel here today, as it'll be Danny Pierce running the offense.
Yeah, Brian Kessel, collarbone injury happened last week late in the game. So sophomore Danny Pierce will be out there and see how he goes. Give Coach Hutton a chance to see what your quarterback for next year is going to be looking like. And Panthers having to call a timeout, too many men on the field there.
And he wasn't going to be able to get off in time. And as we talk about this, one of the problems that Beverly has had so far, they've gotten off to some really bad starts, Rich. And it's become kind of a broken record thing. But that's the key to one of these games, again, that we're doing. They got to avoid the mistakes.
Yeah, the mistakes, whether it be plays like that or the turnovers. Last week, second play of the game, turnover deep in their end made it kind of difficult for them. And they haven't been able to shake off those mistakes early in the game, which really has put them behind the 8 ball to start these games. And, I think part of it also is with all those injuries, they're moving players around, moving parts, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff may have to do with it. So we're seeing Swampscott sending someone off here.
Swampscott having the similar problem as well.
Coming out of the timeout, they stopped it to move guys around. So
handoff. Was that Santos or was that Costa again?
It wasn't Costa. Number 7, Jaden Santos.
Yep. Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 now. Kind of unfortunate there with the Kessel injury. It seemed like Beverly was starting to get the passing game going a little bit better. They had put together a decent drive last game, throwing the football. Handoff, trying to find room around the edge. He's got blockers in front of him.
Nice tackle right there.
But a very nice tackle to make the play and drag him down short.
That was really good pursuit by the big blue right there. Didn't see who that was, but the linebacker making the tackle there. That was Floyd White with the run. He's a sophomore. Expect to see a lot of sophomores out there, I think, getting that playing time. With the record as it is and sitting outside that tournament bid.
Yep.
You're going to try to see some of these kids. You got Pierce, who's also the quarterback, has been pretty much one of their MVPs. Missed the player. Just missed.
That could have been a much-needed break for the Panthers there.
Yeah, Danny Pierce, one of the MVPs on the team with the offense sputtering as it has been. He's been called to action quite a bit as the punter. And, last week we saw a fake punt with Pierce.
Yep.
Work well for the Panthers.
I can't believe that ball didn't hit him.
I know.
I thought it was going to.
All right, so this will give us a chance to see the offense here for Swampscott.
All right, so here is the Swampscott offense, that sort of run and shoot, as we've called it.
So they're running a pistol. It looks like Gabe Tripp is the running back there. Oh, he almost fumbled.
I know, he did almost fumble the snap. Gets through a tackle and dives forward for a decent gain.
That was Nadworthy on the carry for Swampscott.
And Sam Nadworthy.
Oh, that was Nadworthy, okay.
It's going to bring up 2nd down from the 50-yard line.
Nadworthy, one of the returning stars from their team last year as well.
Yeah, Nadworthy is listed as a wide receiver, but I'm pretty sure they use him more as a running back.
This offense, by the way, as you mentioned, has another major weapon, doesn't it?
Jack Hazel has over 300 yards receiving. He's got 6 of the 7 touchdowns that Spears thrown. Nadworthy, another one.
With the ball carry for Swampscott.
Nadworthy again on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
About 2, maybe
2.
So he gained about 3 on that carry.
The big blue now have crossed the 50 into Panther territory, facing a 3rd down. Panther defense called into action here, trying to get a stop.
Looks like
Hands off, and there's a wide open hole. Nadworthy runs through one tackle. He's finally brought down in the secondary. Daniel Conant, the man who finally brought Nadworthy down. But it was
22-yard
far
run.
more than just the first down they needed.
Yeah, it was about 20-yard run or so right there. Again, Nadworny getting some good blocking up front, breaking some tackles to get to that point. You notice Swampscott has the quarterback run to the sidelines, get the play, run back out.
Bring that man in motion, toss it over to Nadworthy. Nadworthy's got more room again before he's finally brought down by about 3 different Panther tacklers.
So 4 plays, 4 runs by Sam Nadworny.
Yeah. And you talked about it today with the weather conditions. It's going to be kind of a ball control kind of game. And although they're known for throwing it all over the field, if you're going to have this much success running it, why do much else?
Yeah, why take a chance?
Starting to look like the rain's starting to come down harder, too.
Yeah. Which has shortened the crowd a little bit. I'd imagine we probably have some good attendance on the television, watching on YouTube and on Channel 22.
Yes. Handoff again, straight through.
Yep. That was not Nadworny.
That was Will Bush on the
Yeah, that was
carry
Bush.
for Swampscott.
That was
Tackled
Will
by Ben
Bush,
Herron.
the sophomore running
It's gonna
back.
be good for your first down.
Now, they've had so much success running it that they might just keep doing that, but you got to watch out for Jack here as well.
Well, and, sometimes as the defense starts to creep up on that, you figure maybe take a chance on throwing the ball. But I think you're going to see a handoff to Nadworny, most likely. Okay, instead they went with a pitch.
A little pitch play. Nadworthy's got some room. Nice burst. Runs through 1 tackle. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown. Big Blue.
With a touchdown run for Swampscott.
And that drive was Sam Nadworthy, and then more Sam Nadworthy.
Right. So six straight runs right down the field, and ends up in a touchdown. Not how Beverly wants to start.
No.
Giving up a touchdown that quickly.
No, not at all. They avoided the disastrous mistakes that they had had, at least at the start of some other games. But at the end of the day, early in this game, they find themselves down a touchdown.
At least, with the kickoff, an opportunity to return a kick. Last week, they didn't really have many opportunities for that.
No.
Because the leg on the kicker on the team last week on Marblehead. But looks like they're going to get an opportunity to return a kick here. And, with the slippery field, you may see something break out here.
Yeah.
But the Panthers in a familiar spot, down 7-0 to start the game. This has kind of been what they've been seeing a lot. A lot of pressure on the defense when the offense can't get the points on the board. They're averaging less than a touchdown a game, and that hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
The defense has been out there doing everything they can. It's just, and the other thing is Beverly plays a lot of guys 2 ways. Most of the teams in the conference actually do. You don't really see a lot of teams with the depth. If you take a look across the field, Swampscott's bench is not that much different than Beverly's bench, which is interesting because they're in, Beverly's Division 2, Swampscott's Division 5, Division 6. I forget.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that different.
Yeah. Well, they've added so many now.
Yeah. All right, that kick is off, fielded near the 15, and as you mentioned, maybe his return could be big here, but he runs into a man right there and is going to get thrown down.
So, one other thing I want to point out is Swampscott played earlier this week. They played on Tuesday. So they had played earlier in the season against Auburn. Game was tied, and then the weather prevented them from being able to play anymore. And the MIAA's power rankings don't allow for ties. So they actually had to drive down to Auburn, which is, if you know the geography of the state, it's not very close.
No.
And from what I hear, it was about 14 minutes from start to finish. Because they went into overtime. Both teams, give an attempt. All right, pick up there.
Pick up of about 2.
I think that was Costa with the run.
Maybe 3.
Costa, the ball carrier for the Panthers.
Yeah, we'll give him 3.
3-yard carry for Costa right there.
You know, with Brendan McCarron going down, Costa's been the the key running back for the Panthers. He's only a sophomore. His father Steve's a pretty big dude too, so I expect him to see him grow a bit as times go on. All right,
To throw,
the ball.
Pierce gets it out, caught. That was Conant, I believe, on the
I
catch.
believe it was Callahan.
Complete to Shane
Oh,
Callahan.
yeah,
Yep,
right,
Shane
it was
Callahan.
Callahan.
And
That's
did
gonna
not
be
get the first down,
Third down.
but actually only about 5 yards on that. But you know what? You see first pass of the game, a complete pass. That's nice. That'll help Danny's confidence out there.
Definitely. Definitely help open things up a little bit. On the board, they got it at 3rd and 2.
Oh, nice block
I know.
by Daniel Conan, springing the outside there. I don't know if they got the first
I
down.
don't know if he did. I don't know if he got
Close.
around that corner quite fast enough. We'll see.
Nice crackback block. Yeah, they got the
All
first
right.
down.
The ball carry.
First
That's
down
looking
for the
Panthers.
Panthers.
First down.
I didn't see who ran that.
And that's exactly the kind of thing that, this offense, this style of offense, and obviously Beverly really needs, right? First down, positive play, just chipping away here and there. Can't
Yeah.
afford the big losses. Nothing too bad.
Grind the
3
clock
yards
down.
here, 4 there.
Yeah.
Hands off. Oh,
Looked like he had an opening, and then
I
it just
know.
kind of closed up. That's good pursuit by Swampscott.
Floyd White with the ball
Maybe
carry
you
for
want to
the
see
Panthers.
White maybe cut up the field a little bit earlier. Gained a yard, though.
and as you talked about Floyd White, some of the younger guys, good chance that they're gonna start to see a lot more action today.
A
and
little
coming
reverse to
forward.
Conant.
Nice reverse to Conant.
Daniel Conan, the ball carrier.
Swampscott not really overly fooled. Picks up about
2.
yeah.
You know, we've talked about also, Dom, the,
It's a 2-yard carry for
those
the
early
third
plays, first and
7.
second down, picking up yards.
Mm-hmm.
So that third down's not so long.
Yeah.
But we're
They
not
did
seeing
that on the
here.
first series of downs there. They're in a bit of a long situation here, though, 3rd and 7.
Yep, he's going to roll.
Pierce to throw. Pierce finds
take
nothing.
it up.
Pierce takes it himself. He's
One
going to
man
run.
to beat.
Takes on a tackler.
Okay,
And he's
nice
going to get
tackle.
thrown down a little bit shy. But probably was a good option by
That was
Danny.
Pierce with the keeper.
It looked like Danny at the end of his run got caught in between. Should I try and make him
I
miss,
know,
or should I
right,
just
yeah.
run into him?
All right, so it looks like they're going to punt the ball. I thought maybe they'd go for it here, but you don't want to put your defense in that much pressure. So.
No.
And Pierce is a pretty good punter. So now remember, they did run a fake punt last week, so they got to worry about that. And I actually think if they did want to do that, they might be able to get it here.
Yeah.
Ooh, knee almost touched the ground.
I know.
He's going to give himself a good bounce there.
Danny, nice punt, good bounce. It's going to keep rolling, and it's going to roll
21 yards.
just shy of that 20. And a nice punt once again by Danny Pierce. He's done an excellent job.
Swampscott will start
He
out
has
first and 10
flipped
from the
field
1-yard
position
line.
plenty of times when it looked like the Beverly Panthers were going to lose the field position.
He's been a bright spot in this tough season. And as we said, he's only a sophomore,
Yeah.
so he'll be back. And you know, Beverly losing 13 seniors. Today is senior day, by the way. And we'll make reference to some of the seniors that are participating today. But they're losing 13 seniors. Obviously, the 3 captains play an awful lot. 4 captains, a couple of them are hurt. Nadworny, another one.
Nadworny on the carry.
Picked up about a yard. The rain is coming down, though. So if you are watching at home, enjoy the fact and appreciate the work that BevCam does, allowing you to not have to sit in this rain. You can watch this game. You can even rewind your stuff if you watch it on YouTube. So you can get the replays that we can't here in the booth.
Yeah, right. hand off.
Oh, nice tackle right there.
Hell yeah.
A quiet tech right there.
Nice tackle there by Quiet Tech.
Carry. Scott Quiet on the attack for Beverly.
No gain on that one.
Swampscott ran the ball up and down on the Panthers' last drive, but Panther defense tightening up here on this drive on that run game.
So again, Quiet Tech there, if you notice, he's wearing number 57. He didn't wear that all season long. That was a switch he made last week because he's been forced to move to the offensive line because of the injuries. You see a blitz coming.
An extra man coming
They're
right
running
in
a screen.
Jack's face.
That should be a legal man downfield. You had a center who was about 5 yards ahead of him.
I know. I thought so too.
I know the rules are a
He's
little
short.
different. I know the rules are different in the NFL than they are here, but you had a guy who was about 5 yards in front of the receiver before he had the ball. And he got the reception there, though.
Yeah. And a first down for the Big Blue as the screen pass to Nadworthy bails the Big Blue out of a 3rd and long. Bring some pressure on the edge, and nice job again by Beverly. Starting to tighten up, clamp down on that run game.
Yeah. So based on what we've seen so far, Nadworthy's going to be pretty sore when he gets home because they're just going to keep feeding him the ball. We're under a minute left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing. Except for those people here who are getting paid by the hour, of which I don't think anyone here is getting that. All right, so we're probably going to see one last play this quarter. Swampscott trying to figure out what they're doing here. Okay. The game clock's got to be, play clock's got to be running down at this point.
Gotta get this off. There's that pitch again. Oh, he makes the man miss.
Yeah. Costa was there, but he got taken out on the block. And gained about 7 on that.
So a 7-yard carry for Nadworthy, and that's going to make it a 3rd and short.
Costa sniffed that one out. He just was just at the block was there. All right, so that's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the first
I couldn't
quarter.
see who ended up making the tackle.
I didn't either. I was too focused on
I thought it was
the
50,
initial play.
I thought it was 52, and that would have been Logan Gomes, but.
Already suspended another member of staff. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Chief stuff. Yeah. They turned everything over to the NCAA.
All right, so we got a 7-0 lead for the Big Blue right now as they flip sides. And in the booth, we were talking about some of the inequities of the Michigan football program.
Yeah. He's going to pull a Pete Carroll.
Well, you know, I know, maybe so. But, you know, talking about that Michigan thing, so they're getting in trouble now. There's an investigation for sign stealing.
Yeah.
I think what I read was that they had sent people to go to other games to kind of steal the signs.
Yeah.
When you're holding signs up and all that, you wonder, you know, I mean, there's game film. Why can't you? I mean, you can still do it that way, too. So I don't understand why stealing signs in football is so difficult.
I don't know.
Why it's such a big issue.
I'm going to have a controversial opinion about that. But.
Yeah. Gain of about 4 or 5.
I think the NCAA knows that they're losing power and they're becoming obsolete, and they've chosen.
They got to figure something out.
I think they're about to use Harbaugh as a.
Yeah, maybe so.
I think so.
Doesn't matter. He'll lose to Ohio State anyway in a couple weeks.
He's beaten them 2 times in a row. Are you an Ohio State fan?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a fan of either of those programs.
Oh, okay. I'm an LSU guy.
Oh, fumble.
So fumble.
Oh, but Swampscott picked up the fumble.
Jeez, has that just been a microcosm of this Panther season?
Pass was complete to Sam Nadworthy.
All right, but I think they're saying he was down. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So he gained about 6 on that.
It is crazy, though, like, I almost just said this, and I don't know if I can now because it's raining. I was going to say when it rains, it pours.
Well, yeah.
It seems like almost every bounce in these games has not gone
Yeah.
Beverly's way.
A tipped pass that looks like it should be an interception ends up in the receiver's hands. Fumble just rolls forward.
I feel like there's about 2 of those over the past 3 weeks.
They have been snake bitten quite a bit on those types of plays. Nothing seems to have gone their way on those.
You can hear the Swampscott side yelling, hold the ball,
Yeah.
and that will be a major point of emphasis today as this rain is really starting to pummel down now.
And, that's good coaching right there, telling guys hold the ball because, a lot of players, they figure they'll juggle the ball as they're running or whatever. It's like the guy who yells at the pitcher to throw strikes.
I know.
Like he's intentionally missing the strike zone.
You could yell at your guy, go down, though, because sometimes when you're trying to fight for...
Well, in a case like that, even if he wanted to, I don't think he could. Okay,
No,
so
he's
now
getting
they're
held
under
up.
center, getting the old tush push, as they're calling it now. All right, so let's see where they spot this here. I think they got the first
I
down.
think they did.
Jack Spear with
May
the keeper
depend.
for Swampscott.
Spears' first carry.
Ooh,
He didn't get it. Okay.
wow, okay.
Flag down on the field.
They say flag?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's that came a little late, didn't it?
It came very late.
Okay, so we're going to get a measurement here. But there is a flag on the field, so.
Why are we measuring if there's a flag?
Right, unless it's offsetting penalties.
Could be. Don't you just replay the down, though, if there's offsetting penalties?
That's a good point. Yeah. So he didn't really gain anything on that. I actually thought he did. Well, he gained maybe almost a yard. Okay, so that looks like they're going to measure. They're going to measure here. Maybe they're going to measure before they decide to decline a penalty or something. I'm not sure.
That's a good point.
Although I can't imagine either team declining a penalty in a situation like this. All right, so it comes up short, about
Okay.
2 inches short. Now you get a hold on the snap. You can't jump early if you're Beverly. Oh, I guess some water coming from the roof above us.
That's coming off their tent they have set up.
Okay, so personal foul. That's on Swampscott.
Okay.
So maybe they need to spot the ball before they could march it off.
yeah.
And that's after the play, too. That's the other thing. It was after the play. So it's going to be 4th down, right?
So that'll march Swampscott well back, and now at 4th down, we'll bring up a punting situation for the Big Blue. You mentioned early in the game from the kickoff, it was a little chirping, a little chippy.
Yeah, that first play of the game, right? There's a little chirping. I miss the days when a guy would make a tackle and just go back to the huddle. High snap.
Yeah,
Ooh.
very high.
Okay, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Watch out. Whoa. Okay, that one almost hit.
I know.
That almost hit Callahan.
And that's going to roll to the 35.
Now, you
At
also
least
saw one of
Callahan
the other
did
Beverly.
actually turn around though
Yeah,
and find
yeah.
the ball.
But you did notice, I think it was Logan Gomes was kind of sprinted towards the sidelines when he heard people saying, get out of the way. All right, so the Panthers have decent field position, right?
Yeah.
About
Beverly
the
will start on
35-yard line.
1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
All right, ball on the 35, 7-0
Little
Panthers
pop pass.
down.
Oh,
Pop
couldn't
pass
hold on to it.
dropped.
Okay, that pass was to Liam Timpone.
Here's pass intended for Shane Callahan. He's going to make it 2nd down and 10.
I like the play call.
And, it's not a bad pass either.
No, we put it down where you need.
Excuse me.
It's tough, though. I mean, these conditions, that ball is slippery today.
Yeah, that ball goes, if he throws that ball high, it probably tips off the receiver's hands and gets intercepted, right?
Oh,
so,
no, yeah.
so you have to throw it low.
I mean,
like
in
that.
general, the rule of thumb a lot of time when you're throwing over the middle of the field is keep it down.
Yeah. It also protects the receiver.
It
from,
does.
Oh, boy. That looked like a false start. That
Yeah,
looked like
it
it was
was.
going to be a pass play, too.
And a false start on Beverly, and that'll push him back now, and it's going to be 2nd and 15.
Now, you saw a couple of Beverly players go early on that, so you wonder if it was on the snap and not on those players. But And again, so now we're at 2nd and 15. Dom, as you were saying, they put themselves in these tough positions. You know, this is sort of one of those play times when you run a screenplay, but I'd imagine Swampscott's thinking that too.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like a run play.
Handoff again up the middle, and
Costa with the run.
yeah.
Just short of the original line of scrimmage.
Sean Costa, the ball carrier for Beverly.
So we got 3rd and
4-yard
11.
gains, gonna make it 3rd and 11.
I think if you're going to throw here, I'd like to see them run a waggle, get Pierce to the wide side of the field. So, you know, it can kind of open up and let the receivers get open.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
And if the run is something to do, okay, instead they're going to run the ball.
Instead they're going to run. Danny's going to run it himself.
Danny Pierce with the keeper.
Short gain.
4th down.
Actually, probably dragged down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think he might have got about almost a yard on that. So.
And it'll bring up a punting situation for Beverly. I understand the thought process there, actually. I think he probably thought he was going to catch him by surprise.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even get enough that if it's a short enough, do you go for it, you know? But did not turn out that way.
Oh, going to
So
see a
they'll
return
punt it away.
Nadworny. Oh, breaks 2 tackles.
Breaking
Nice play
2
by
tackles.
Nadworny.
Now into the open field. Another man miss.
There was a
across
block in the
50.
back, so there was a
Makes
block in
another
the
man
back.
miss. He's
Yeah.
finally going to get dragged down at about the 30, but Sam Nadworthy is doing it all for Swampscott on the offensive side and in the special teams. Great return.
But there was a block
Yep,
in the back
but
at the
there's a block in the
45. It
back
was
that-
right in front of. It was right in front of Nadworny.
Yeah.
It actually allowed him to get loose to get that long return. But there were 2 guys there, and Nadworny just put his head down and split the 2 of them.
I know.
That's something that they're going to see on film, and they're going to talk about breaking down and wrapping up. But
Yeah.
so the Panthers catch a break there.
So the
Marching off right about to, a little ahead of where he had received that punt.
So the great return by Nadworthy, largely all for naught.
But the ball's at about the 35 or so, 34-yard line. So decent field position.
Yeah. Big Blue coming back in, stunted on their last offensive drive as the Panthers really started to clamp down on the run game.
8-11.5.
We'll see if they elect to go to the air more.
Panthers blitzing on this. Trying to get outside. Nice tackle right there. I believe that was
Tackle and a
Quiet Tech.
Big loss of yardage.
Loss of
And
about
the
5
ball
on that.
carrier for Swampscott. Tackled by Scott Kwiatek.
So a 4-yard loss and a great start to this drive for the Panther defense.
Now that was the right play call for that moment right there. They were blitzing a couple of guys. They got to be careful with doing that too often because then they'll run a play fake or something along those lines.
Well, they got burned on the screen on it.
Nice block right there
Nice
by
block.
the tight end.
Thankfully, though, they were able to trip him up because I tell you, there was a lot of green in front of him if he keeps his feet.
Carry. Tackled by Callan McKay.
McKay, the man on the tackle.
We're going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
So a 3rd and 6 from Swampscott's own 38.
Callan McKay getting a lot more playing time these past couple games. With some of these injuries allow him to get in there. He's only a sophomore.
Back to throw. Pressure's
Running
coming.
the screen.
Another
again.
screen again, and that time
Nice tackle
Beverly was
right
having
there. Yep.
none of it. Logan Gomes was having none of that screen this time around, and Swampscott will be forced to punt.
Again, once again, I would say that's a legal man downfield right there.
I thought it was too.
Because the blocker is way out ahead of the receiver on that play.
That is rarely called, it seems like.
Panthers got to call a timeout. Oh, no, they're going to get a penalty. And if this is a too many men on the field penalty with 4th and 4, you're going to see a first down here. Now, unless the Panthers were able to get a timeout on that. And nope, that penalty is going to move the chains.
Oh.
That's tough. You're getting a punt, and now it's a first down for Swampscott. That's another one. You're going to look at the films, and someone's going to get yelled at. It's those kind of mistakes that they've been making this year that's really put them in tough positions.
Talking about shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a 1st and 10 now from the 45 for the Big Blue, who have been given second life here on this drive.
If Swampscott decides to throw the ball, the post is open.
Yeah, they're really creeping down. But they're electing to stay very conservative, and Adworthy is consistently picking up good chunks of yardage, and that's about a 13-yard carry.
We've got a player down here. But again, why put the ball in the air when you can just hand the ball to Nadler and he's going to, he's got 14 carries in the first half.
Wow.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Beverly 43.
I wonder if this is more normal than we realize, or if they knew today early on that they were just going to take the air out of the football, run it with the weather conditions and the Panthers' struggles on offense so far this year.
Yeah, well, you challenge your offensive line and say, we got an opportunity to run, go make it happen. Fumble, and the Panthers got the ball that time. There's a battle for it, but Beverly definitely jumped on it. Nadworny had gained 3 on the play. Okay, so Swampscott saying they have the ball. You can see player Liam Keeney with the ball. But
he is exasperatingly.
But Beverly jumped on the ball first.
They did.
And the referee saw that, and it looks like someone from Swampscott probably pulled it away from him. But Beverly had gotten possession. That's the kind of play that, Dom, that you've been saying they need, right?
Yeah.
A little spark.
Indeed, and when Swampscott had been given second life and was starting to drive down the field, Panthers get a timely turnover. Now
he's rolling. He's going to throw it. He's got a man deep. He's
got
him.
a man open.
Oh, holds on to it.
He's going to get dragged down inside the 20. And Danny Pierce on the rollout. Kind of looked like he put it away a little bit for a second, like he was going to keep running, and then perfect throw.
He didn't stop and set up. He threw that on the run. That's a heck of a pass from a sophomore throwing on the run like that. And that was Shane, was that Timpone? I believe.
I think it was Timpone.
Yeah.
That was a 44-yard connection. Pierce to Callahan.
That was Callahan.
Oh, Callahan, okay.
So that's a 44-yard throw and catch. Danny Pierce to Shane Callahan.
Oh, reverse.
And now a reverse. He's got room. Block in front of him.
Conan with the run. He's still going.
He's
Hold
still
on
going.
to the ball.
Daniel Conan, the ball carrier.
So you gained probably about 6, 7 on that, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Scoreboard guy gives him 5.
Going to be 2nd and 5.
So it ends up being just a 5-yard carry, 2nd and 5.
Now, if the Panthers can punch one in here, that'd be huge. With 3.5 minutes left to play in the half.
And the Panthers finally being able to generate that big play that they've had problems generating all season.
Big stop right there.
But a run up the middle is not going to get anything. And now it's going to be 3rd and 5. I debate on.
Oh, it's definitely 4 down territory. You're not kicking in this way.
No. But I'm debating on just getting the extra blocker and having Danny keep this himself right now.
Yeah. I think you consider putting Considine back as a fullback.
That's not a bad idea either.
And just hand him the ball because he'll carry people. You know, you look at him, he's got that sort of Rob Gronkowski build to him. He's not as tall as Gronk, but
Yeah.
oh, he's going to throw it.
Lets it go. He
and
had a man, but
incomplete.
just too far.
Looked like the receiver stumbled a little bit.
Was intended for Shane Callahan. That's going to bring
Callahan
4th and
once
5.
again the intended target, and it's going to be 4th and 5.
So they don't need to go into the end zone here. They can still get a first down.
Yep.
I think that's how you got to be thinking. Trying to make the defense think you're looking in the end zone, but just get that first down. Big play right here.
Yeah, this is critical. To have that spark, that big 44-yard play, you kind of feel like you need to get points off this.
Yeah.
With how tough it's been. Points are coming by for the Panthers, but now it's a 4th and 5.
They're throwing it.
Danny's going to throw. Danny's going to
he's
roll
gonna
out.
run.
Danny's got room.
Oh, boy, did he
but
get
he takes
hit.
a shot.
I don't
and
think
he's
he
short.
got it.
Carry.
He did not get
It
it.
looked like he was going to get it, and they just stopped him.
I know.
Cold.
Looks like he's just short. Swampscott will take over on downs.
That's tough.
I thought he was going to dive forward.
Yeah, that might have gotten it for him, but he ran in a little high. Two guys just stopped him. It was like he ran into a wall right there.
I know. Oh,
But, you know, now it's a field position game.
It
and,
is.
You know, you hope maybe on defense you can make a play or something.
it was the right move by Danny, I thought, for sure, though.
Yeah, it's not, no, you can't question the call. Especially, I mean, if nobody's open, don't
Yeah.
throw the ball. I think he saw the opening and thought he was going to get the first down.
I thought he was
And
going to,
and
too.
he just got stopped cold.
Right at the end, too. I mean, just shy. Now the Swampscott back on offense. This game's still just 7-0, and a handoff to
Nadworny with the
Nadworthy
carry.
up the middle. Good push again.
Sam Nadworthy with the carry.
You know, Nadworny doesn't get stopped. He drags guys when he's
I know he's not overly big either,
No.
but he is kind of low center of gravity.
I think that puts
His
Nadworny-
acceleration is really good.
I think that carry puts Nadworny at around 100 yards.
Quick throw to the outside. Complete. First down for Swampscott.
That's the number
Spear pass is
14, Hazel. That's
Yep.
his first catch.
I mean, it's really only their
That's good for Swampscott.
actually,
First down.
it's their first throw that wasn't just a screen to Nadworth.
Yeah,
I think.
right.
Hand off to Sam again. They stop him pretty
Nadworth
short that
carry.
time. But yeah, you know, it's the low center of gravity, and he just gets his
Second by Ben
his
Herring,
acceleration
Jack
is really good.
Considine.
Yeah.
Second down and 7.
He's pretty patient, too. He lets the play develop. He lets the blocks develop as he goes. Doesn't just put his head down and try to slam into it. Comes a blitz. That got taken out.
Sam Nadworthy with the carry. Tackled by Logan Gomes.
Logan Gomes once again. That's got to be his 3rd or 4th tackle in this game already.
Yeah.
Timeout for Swampscott.
And
Play resumes. There'll be 1:25
Swampscott calling a
left in the
timeout
half.
with 1:25 to go, and
Third
3rd and 3. So they might run it here just to pick up the first down, but that might be the last time they run it.
Yeah.
Although they probably have all their timeouts, but still, you got to
Well,
think.
they just used one here. But
Yeah.
yeah, they do have 2 timeouts. And the clock stops on the first down
Yeah.
to move the chains.
Still, though, other than a running play here to pick up a first down, you have to think that it's going to be passing, and more passing after that.
Yeah, you would
If
think
they're
so.
trying to get some points here before half.
Yeah. And, you know, we talked about Spear can throw the ball, and he's got
Oh, yeah.
some very, very capable receivers. So, and, you know, again, with those injuries, you know, Brian Kessel was your safety.
Yeah.
You know, Tim Pony's been playing defense all season long, and so, you know, he knows what he's doing. But you lose that guy, and that means somebody else is in there, and, you know, maybe you take advantage of it.
All right.
And they're going to run it up the middle. He gets the first down.
Hand off to Sam, who picks up that first down.
Actually, that was Bush. with
Oh,
the
you're right.
carry.
That was Bush.
That was Will Bush on the carry for Swampscott.
He gained about 6 on that. So the Big Blues over 100 yards rushing on the day.
Now to throw. Quick throw to the outside. He catches it and gets out of bounds to stop that clock.
That was Liam Keeney.
Yep.
Pass was complete to Liam Kearney.
Little Twisted Sister from the band right now.
Going to make it 2nd down and 4.
Keeney with a 6-yard
46-yard
reception.
Line, 10 remaining in the half.
Throws once again,
held on to
juggles it. Did a nice job. Strong hands to hang on to that.
Hazel.
Passes complete to Jack Hazel. Tackled by Calvin McKay.
We moved the chains. He did not. We're going to get a measurement here.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from midfield.
Clock's running. Bush with the run. Means about a yard.
Yeah. Push up the middle, just
Bush,
1
ball
yard.
Carrier.
I thought they'd use the timeout
Tackled
now.
by Colin Burns. Says it's
All right,
2nd and
then.
9.
Pitch to the outside to Bush. And he's
Bush,
going to gain
a
the
big
first down
carry.
there. Yeah.
And big yardage, a first down. Clock's going to
Bush,
stop.
ball carrier for Swampscott,
So now
tackled by Sean
23
Costa.
seconds to go in the first half. 23 seconds for Swampscott to work here with the ball at the Panther 39, 38. I'm trying to see exactly.
Yeah, just.
Have they actually put the ball down?
Yeah, I think they're holding the ball. The marker's down. They gave him the first down, it looks like. So
Yeah,
it's probably
it's
at the
definitely a
40.
first down. I'm just trying to see
Yeah.
exactly where
It
they're
looks like
putting
it's
that.
at the 40.
Okay, it's
right,
at the 40. All right.
Right on the 40.
So 23 seconds to go. I believe Swampscott has 2 timeouts remaining. And ball on the Panther 40.
So Swampscott, team known for throwing the ball, has run for over 120 yards so far in the first half.
Yeah, we're going to see this quarterback's arm right here, though, on these next couple of plays. Trips to the far side.
Got to watch out for that backside, number 11, down at the bottom of the screen. Nope.
Throw.
Throwing deep.
Heaves it deep
Well, a lot
into
of players
a sea
there,
of
and it's
black.
incomplete.
And incomplete. He almost came down with that.
Yeah, he did, but Conan looked like got his hand on that.
Do you think they meant to do that or no? There were 2 wide receivers in the same area.
That's a good question. There were, I mean, there were like four
This isn't-
defenders over there, 2 receivers.
It's not like they need to throw Hail Marys completely. I wonder if
Yeah.
somebody ran
That
the
might have
route
been
wrong.
sort of hoping for a tip or something. I don't know, but seeing that it's not the last play of the half,
Yeah, I know, that's
that
what I
wouldn't
mean.
necessarily make sense. So Nad running.
Nadworthy trying to get to the out of bounds marker.
Doesn't get out. Doesn't get out of bounds.
We didn't.
Passes complete to Nadworthy.
And Swampscott going to use their last timeout.
Swampscott using that last timeout, 8 seconds, and now it's kind of Hail Mary-ish.
Timeout, Swampscott.
Yeah. I think that was about a 5-yard. I think that was a pass. Actually, it looked like it was ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 3rd and 5. 8 seconds. They might do a quick out, get him out of bounds, and then take one last play, or they might just heave it into the end zone, maybe hope for a penalty or something. Remember, though, in high school, pass interference is only a 15-yard penalty.
That's not a spot foul, yeah, like the NFL.
Yeah.
Nobody calls pass interferences on Hail Marys anyway, though.
Well, no, but I mean, you may have a situation. I mean, you see a lot less at the high school level than you do in like NFL. But
No, yeah.
But, so they're playing sort of a prevent defense right here. He's just going to roll out. He's going to try to get the first down, and he gets out of bounds
Wow.
with 2 seconds.
That was well done.
Yeah, it really was.
Rolled out, got it to Jack. Jack caught it, wherewithal to look and see where the clock was, where he was on the field, caught it, got out of bounds.
20-yard gain on that play.
I know. In 6 seconds.
And then that missed tackle allowed him to get out of bounds. If they could have made the tackle, half would have ended. All right,
Yeah.
so we got one last play here.
At the 16 for the last play. Swampscott trying to steal some
Look
points.
for Hazel. He's the touchdown guy. Man, throws that out of bounds. All right, so the Panthers get a hold there
Throws it
to
out of
end the
bounds.
half.
Yep. And it was a good bid by Swampscott to steal some points before
it was.
halftime, but it was not meant to be. And as you mentioned, we'll go into halftime 7-0. The Big Blue in front. And Rich will quickly go over what we saw there in that first half. A little depressing, the start, because Swampscott went right down the field.
Yeah.
Panther defense tightened up right after that, though.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Nadworth, he's gone for over about 100 yards on the day, but they've only scored 7 points. So Beverly kind of been sort of that bend don't break kind of defense, and made the stops when they've needed to, like we just saw there with the last play of the half.
Yeah, and also, as we mentioned, Kessel out. And so quarterback Danny Pierce just thrust into this starting role today. I know they haven't scored, but I thought he's looked decent.
Yeah, I mean,
There's not been any real bad decisions. He made a wonderful throw on the 44-yard play to Callahan.
Yeah, so he's thrown the ball 6 times. Only 14 yards on those 6 passes. But like you said, the incompletions were kind of safe incompletions.
Wait, you forgot to put the big one in there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I did say I read I corrected myself. So,
Yeah.
So he's thrown actually for about 50 yards,
Yeah.
54 yards. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I get
that is a big difference.
But you're right. He's avoided the mistakes. He's been mobile. He's ran, made that big throw.
Yep.
And Beverly's in this game right now for sure.
Yeah. Obviously, Sam Nadworth, as we said, he's been the workhorse for Swampscott. On the running side, Pierce has run the ball 3 times. Costa's run the ball 4 times. They haven't been able to sustain those drives. They had that one big play on the 44-yarder, but they haven't really been able to build these drives.
No, they have not. All right, so we will go into halftime. We'll get you out to the second half here. Once again, the score 7-0, Swampscott in front.
Halftime show today entitled Rebellion, a musical montage that celebrates the spirit of non-conformity and rejecting the status quo. The band is led by drum majors C.C. Tiguera and Oliver Sweatman. The color guard captain is Ella Chexfield. Directing the color guard is BHS class of 2018 graduate Hannah McCoy. The drumline instructor is UMass Lowell graduate Matthew Bruno. Serving as the band's drill instructor once again in his 12th year is North Reading Elementary band director and 311 student band Christopher Gushing Donato. This year's other marching band staff includes Lynn music teacher Adam Sylvia and BHS music alums Eli Eberhardt, Ben Schuster, and Brett Mattisfelli. And in his 12th year as the BHS High School band director is Adam Costa. Many thanks go out to our BHS music parents and the Beverly Music and Performing Arts Association for all their continued support with our transportation and equipment needs, as well as running the concession stand for today's game. Please pay them a visit and treat yourself to a snack. The BHS Music Department relies on the hard work and support of these parent volunteers to put on shows like the one you are about to enjoy. Before the halftime show gets underway, we'd like to take the opportunity now to publicly recognize each of our senior band members who are marching in their final regular season performance at Herd Stadium. There are a total of 17 students in the band who will be graduating this coming June. At this time, we will announce each band member who is part of the class of 2024. Each graduating band member will receive a rose when their name is called, many of them given by the band's members' parents or guardians. Parents, when your child's name is called, please meet them on the field and remain there until all names have been called. Senior alto saxophone, Annika Barrett, represented by Heidi Spicker. Senior trumpet, Liam Donnelly, represented by Jennifer Donnelly and Joel Donnelly. Senior trumpet, Brielle Donnelly, represented by Jennifer and Joel Donnelly. Senior percussion, Anthony Fisichella, represented by John and Shannon Fisichella. Senior alto saxophone, Griffin Gilbert, represented by Rory Gilbert and Kurt Gilbert. Senior alto saxophone, Ashton Harville Fry, represented by Tara Harville Fry and Christopher Fry. Senior clarinet, Eliana Miller, represented by Paula and Joshua Miller. Senior percussion, Luca Pasquarello, represented by Anna Maria Christic. Senior piccolo, Grace Pelletier, represented by Jill and Mike Pelletier. Senior percussion, Tommy Pittman, represented by Alex Rogers Pittman and Robert Pittman. Senior trombone, Will Renfro, represented by Jesse Murphy and Mike Renfro. Senior clarinet, Riley Reardon, represented by Kristen Reardon and Matthew Reardon. Senior trumpet, Joseph Spencer, represented by Danielle Spencer and Scott Spencer. Senior drum major, Cecilia Tiguero, represented by Maria Tiguero. Senior alto saxophone, Jonathan Thompson, represented by Christine and Carlton Thompson. Senior trombone, Katrina Wetmore, represented by Tracy McDonough. And senior percussion, Kelly Woodbury, represented by Kathy and Brian Woodbury. Ladies and gentlemen, VHS Band Class of 2024. Parents and guardians, you may return to the stands at this time. And now, on with our halftime show. Drum majors, are you ready?
The parents are like, no, we're staying out here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the BHS Band presents Rebellion, a musical tapestry of melody and message that shines a light on rock and roll's anti-authoritarian DNA. First up, a song whose infamous music video and confrontational rejection of conformity earned its writers one of the first explicit content labels in music history. Here now is Twisted Sister's 1984 hard rock classic, We're Not Gonna Take It. Up next, the band would like to perform a staple tune from one of the most revered punk rock bands of all time, a song that addresses the censorship and banning of Western music by certain foreign countries. This 1982 cut was the only top 10 hit in America for this English band before their demise in 1985. From the album Combat Rock, here is Rock the Casbah by The Clash. Continuing our show today is an iconic track from the premier psychedelic rock band of the past 50 years. Though this is the only tune in the band's extensive catalog to ever reach #1 on the Billboard charts, it has enjoyed an enduring reputation as an anthemic protest song, despite its incessant disco beat. From 1979's The Wall, we are pleased to present Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall. Wrapping up our show today is a song by one of the most confrontational bands of the past 30 years. Though their most famous output hails from the 1990s, this 2005 cut still rings true with its against-the-grain approach of their earlier work. From the album With Teeth, here is 9 Inch Nails' The Hand That Feeds. Everybody, this concludes today's performance. The band looks forward to playing for you again one final time on Thanksgiving Day as Salem comes to town for our annual Turkey Day matchup. Thank you all for your support of the music education in Beverly Public Schools and enjoy the second half.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to get you out to the second half of action here from Herd Stadium. Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis. Got a close one here. Swampscott up 7-0 on the Panthers. The Big Blue, unfortunately, will get the ball first, here to start the second half. And that was the one drive that Swampscott had a lot of success on. Their opening drive to start this game. Now they'll get a chance on an opening drive here in the second half.
Yeah, the opening drive, they moved right down the field on a steady diet of runs by Sam Nadworny, and then they punched it in. But Beverly's defense has held strong, the rest of the game. Now, if their offense can get into the end zone, it'll be an even more interesting game.
Indeed. But the Panther defense, once again, is going to have to make a
Switching
stop
sides
first.
here. Okay. You see the team switch sides.
Yep.
So, Swampscott getting the ball for the kickoff. So Beverly gets to pick the side that they want. Looks like Coach Hutton wants this side. In the booth, I can't tell what the wind is like. It actually doesn't seem like it's too windy.
No.
So I don't know how the wind is going to play into this. I mean, the rain's coming pretty much straight down.
I mean,
it is coming down, too.
I don't see the trees moving a ton,
Yeah.
so I don't think there's a
the
lot
flag's
of wind.
not moving, so.
Low line drive of a kick. Fielded at the 15.
Goes Nadworny.
There is Nadworthy. He's going to be sorted out. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's got a lot of
nice
room.
return.
And at least brought down near midfield.
About the 47.
But a nice big return. He's burned them a couple of times on the return game.
Yeah.
One of them was called back, though, because of the
penalty,
the block in the back. But he's
I'm
dangerous.
Guess, if Beverly does get a chance to kick off again, it would mean they scored, which would be a good thing. They're probably going to try to kick away from him if they can. Nadworny, as we said, almost 100 yards rushing on the game. Nick Giannino giving us some more accurate stats than I've been taking. He's got him at 97 yards.
Yep.
On their own 47.
And there he goes again.
Yep.
Oh, broke a tackle.
Broke the tackle, and he's going to get slung down just shy of the line to get. But it's going to be about a 2nd and 1.
Yeah. Cal McKay with the tackle there. I'm going to guess Cal's grandfather Ed Armstrong's watching from home today. I don't think he feels like sitting in the rain.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
It's the beautiful thing about BevCam.
Yeah. We bring it to you pretty much when you want.
Exactly.
Too.
You don't even have to
watch it
be
live
in
anymore.
Beverly if you
I
don't
know.
want, because we stream live on YouTube as well at BevCam Sports Network. And
We don't-
obviously on your local access channel.
Yeah, we don't have Tom Donovan with us to tell us who's watching from Florida. But
No, we don't. We don't.
Yeah, these guys on the chains move way too fast for me to figure out.
Sam Manworthy with the carry, tackled by Liam Timpone.
They gained about 5 on that. Was that Nadworny again?
I think it was.
Yeah, we're giving it to him anyway. And, you know, one of the things I said, Dom, you don't really see it on the Beverly uniforms, but you do see mud on uniforms, which
Yeah.
which is like an old school thing with all the artificial turf. You don't see that.
A lot.
Nadworny showing
There's a big push
his
to get rid
effort.
of, you know, especially in the NFL. There's a big push to get rid of the turf.
Yeah,
though.
oh
Oh, no.
The ball's still
Ball is
moving.
out.
And
I think Swampscott fell on it.
Spear is able to get to it.
Yeah.
McKay couldn't get to it quick enough. It had to come from the other side.
We've talked
Philly
about the
said-
conditions being a problem for
Yeah.
taking care of the football, and so far it's really only hurt Swampscott.
Yeah.
That's
They've
about
run,
the
they've
third
run
or
a lot
fourth.
more plays, but
Yes, they have. But it's about the third or fourth one that's hit the turf. One of them
Yeah.
Beverly did get.
that one was a little bit on the pitch. You can't really blame the running back on that one.
No.
But you know, that is the danger of that particular play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make it, that pitch itself lends itself to, you know, a bad exchange, the way they run that kind of pitch. Back to pass.
throw.
Another
Little tunnel
flanker
screen.
there. Yeah. Nice tackle there by number 23.
Yep.
That is,
Pass is complete, tackled by Kevin Hubbard.
That's
Kevin
Kevin Hubbard.
Hubbard's one of the seniors on this team, I believe, right? Yep, he's a senior. So they gained about 2 yards, 3 yards on that play.
It's going to be third down and 11. The ball on the Beverly 42-yard line.
Taking their time getting the play in.
Yeah. All right. In high school football, though, I mean, this is go forward area if they do pick up enough to make this a manageable fourth down. Third and 11. The Big Blue on the Panther 42, up 7-0. Trying to
There's the
extend it
pitch
more.
to
There's that
Nadworny,
pitch play to
getting him
Nadworthy.
outside.
Nadworthy's got a lot of room.
Very good.
He's
He
pushed
got
out.
Tackled. Gained about
Probably
6 on that.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be about a 6-yard gain, so it's going to make it about 4th and 5.
Sam Manworthy on the
And like you said, they'll
He
go
will most
for it
certainly be
most
going for
likely,
this.
yeah.
Or
They may decide to punt and hold Beverly tight, but
I'd be
ball's
shocked
at
if
the
they punted
36-yard line. You
Yeah.
know, you risk the ball going into the end zone on a punt, and then you really don't pick up that much on
You
the
pick
punt.
up about 15 yards.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
So you might as well take a chance, go for it. They've been able
And
to move
from
the ball.
Swampscott's point of view, too, I mean, you know, we got to call a spade here. The Panthers are having problems scoring.
Yeah,
So
and yeah, exactly. Watch for Hazel on this play.
you're not
Panthers
overly
are-
worried
Yeah.
about giving them the ball back at their own 36.
Panthers showing blitz. Might see something come to the right side of the field. Nadworny just moved. There's
Quick
Hazel
throw.
right there, and he gets
There's
it.
Jack Hazel running through a tackle and down across the 20. So it's a first down and more for the Big Blue.
Pass is complete to Jack Hazel. That's going to be good for a Swampscott first down.
I think Hazel's the guy you look to when you need something
Mm-hmm.
in the passing game.
For sure.
You know, he caught it probably just short of the first down, but he had room in front of him to get the first down afterwards. So
The first and 10, ball on the Beverly 19.
it was a nicely thrown ball by Spear.
That's a 17-yard gain.
Yeah.
Handoff, Nadworthy. Nadworthy's so easy to spot now.
Yeah. The
He's got
dirtiest
the
guy out there.
filthiest uniform on the field.
Tackled by Jack Constantine. It's going to make it second down and 7.
All right, my stat sheet's running out of room for Nadwer in these runs here. That was his 22nd rush of the day. And he's also been
He
involved
is-
in the passing game with
He has
3
been
catches.
the epitome of the bell cow back. today. Under the 6.5-minute mark now in the third quarter. Swampscott still on their opening drive here of the second half. Panther defense in need of a stand.
Peter Bush. Will Bush, excuse me.
Will Bush
Peter's
with a
his
good-
father, the coach. I believe it's his father. I may be wrong on that, but picked up about 10 on that. 9 or so.
So
Big Blue
now it'll
just
be
moving.
first and
It's
goal.
going to be first.
Yeah,
and
the Big
goal
Blue
from the
just
7.
moving. They had that one, that bad exchange. They've had pretty much positive yards on every other play since then.
First and goal from the 7. Panthers defense has come up with a couple of goal line stands this year in need of doing another one right here. Nadworthy on the run. Nadworthy had a lot
No,
of
that was-
room,
that
got
was-
stood up, I think shy.
That was Bush.
That was
actually.
Bush, you're right.
Will
He
Bush
took a
ball
shot
back
on that,
by
too.
Sean Costa.
So what did he gain? About 3 on
I
that?
got to give Nadworthy a break. So
Yeah. It actually looked like he was going to get into the end zone, and someone came over.
I
from
thought
the
that's what
side
that's what I was
and
saying.
Gave him a good shot on the side. I think he's hurting off of that. I think he may
Ball
have hurt his
on.
right
Second
arm.
goal from the 3.
Ball on the 3. Nadworthy back in there.
So you got to keep an eye on Hazel, and then obviously the handoff to Nadworthy. And he's going to bounce outside.
Bounces it to the outside.
Kinda
There's
looked like the-
nobody there,
Touchdown.
and it's a touchdown.
Kind of looked like Quiet got tackled on that play.
Yeah,
but,
the Panther coaching staff is
yeah.
not happy. They're barking at the officials, I think, thinking the same thing that you saw, which
Yeah.
was an obvious hold. But it's not meant to be. It's not going to happen. And it's 13-0
Joe
Swampscott.
Marino in to attempt the extra point for Swampscott.
Now Swampscott here will get cute here with the extra point attempt.
doing a little water bucket play.
And they'll bring it back to the middle.
Who did we see? We saw someone in a college football game do that
Oregon.
the other day. Was that Oregon? Yeah. When they actually ran the play, you very seldom see a team run the
I
play.
know.
Oh, just missed it. That's going to be good.
Nope. And that one is up and good.
Making it 14-0 Swampscott.
So Swampscott on the opening drive of the game, and then on the opening drive of the second half, both times going down the field and putting 7 up on that board.
Yeah, they kind of just mowed right through that one.
Yeah, they
not the start the Panthers wanted to see for the second half.
No,
And
not
again,
at all.
steady diet of Nadworthy. They did throw the ball a couple times.
Yeah, Jack on the 4th down, then got the 17-yard reception, which moved the chains and put them in the red zone.
Yeah, I got Spear at 9 for 10 passing.
He's thrown it 10 times?
Yeah,
Okay.
he actually has. 5 to Hazel and 3 to Nadworthy.
Yeah, I mean, he did have about 3 screens to Nadworthy, so
Yeah.
I guess that
Again, a lot of those, I mean, he's 9 for 10, and a lot of those passes are relatively short, safe passes.
All right, so a spark here on special teams would certainly be nice.
Yeah. Gonna take a tough bounce there.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's got it.
Picks it up, but I don't think that's going to happen here.
Out of bounds.
Darius Moore with the return for Beverly.
Oh, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful throwing the ball down like that.
I know.
Some referees will call that.
10-6, Ohio State. Bottom of the fourth.
Beverly will start out first.
Got an
with 10
update
on
there.
the
Ohio
25-yard
State, Penn
line.
State, 10-6 in the
Okay.
third. That's exactly the kind of game Penn State wants it to
Costa
be.
trying to get outside. Good pursuit. A little
I know.
horse call. Almost looked like a horse call.
I know. I think it was the shoulder though.
Yeah. Picks up a couple of yards on that. Give him 3 yards.
3-yard gain for Costa's going to make it 2nd down and 7.
All right, Matt Reardon gives him 2. An answer back here, touchdown would be big for the Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Danny
pop
the
pass.
throw.
Oh, no.
Danny ball pops into the air and
Receiver, okay, so that ball almost was caught by the offensive lineman catching the carom there, but they called it incomplete.
I think Danny was just a half a beat late.
Yeah, he kind of waited for the player to open, and then he, almost like he threw it too hard, right?
Yeah, that too.
But you got to throw it hard so you can get
fit
away.
it in
Okay,
there.
he's throwing, looking deep.
Looking deep and incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Yeah, Daniel Conan turned into a defensive back on that play.
Peter's pass was intended for Daniel Conan, incomplete. It's going to make it 4th down and 7.
It was Joe Marino there, number 19, who nearly came up with the pick.
20-17, midway through the third quarter.
Who's 20-17 right now?
Oklahoma's losing.
We're getting some college scores. Oklahoma losing right now.
Yep, to UCF.
Okay, let's see what kind of bounce that takes. And it's
That
going to
takes
take
a
a fantastic
great Panther bounce, continuing the bounce.
And more importantly, keeping the ball out of Nadwerny's hands.
Yes.
Liam Timpone down in the punt for the Panthers.
Pierce has done such a good job punting this year, and that was another really good one.
Danny doing a nice job flipping the field there for the Panthers. No real results from today for games around the conference, but we did see a couple. Danvers beat Masco 21-0, an old-fashioned grind them out kind of game, according to Phil Stacy. Peabody beat Gloucester. Eli Batista out there, just a freak on the field.
Yeah.
And
What was the final? You didn't say?
28-7 or something like that, I believe it was.
Okay.
And then it was a close game, relatively close until Batista broke things open.
That's
But
going to be encouraging then for Gloucester.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to be seeing Gloucester next week down there. So that'll be an interesting game. They're 4-2 this season. Just Gloucester's just sitting outside the tournament. Oh, wow, look at that, still going.
I know.
Nadwerny looked like he was only going to get about 5 yards. Might have gotten the first down. All right, so we gained 9 on that.
Sam Nadworthy with the carry for Swampscott.
But the big game,
9-yard carry.
big result from last night was Winthrop upsetting Salem. Salem was undefeated going into the game, and Winthrop ends up beating them. And Nadwerny another carry. Gets
I mean,
himself
again,
first down.
Ball carrier.
How many NEC opponents had Salem played, though?
Well, that's a good point.
Scott Dwyer checked with the tackle
They
for the Panthers.
their non-conference schedule somewhat questionable, I guess.
I think my Beverly pride is showing.
Yeah, maybe so. Well, I'll tell you, the real test is next week when they play against Peabody. So then we'll know for sure. Winthrop, it was kind of a surprising win, but Winthrop's, I think, 4-2 on the season. So, again, we don't know who they've played, but, you still got to go out there and win games, regardless of who you're playing.
For sure. And I'm sure no matter what, it'll be quite the battle when they face off against Beverly the Thanksgiving game. Especially after
he
last
slipped.
year.
Well, player down, grabbing an ankle there.
Ooh.
His teammate's going to help him up, get him off the field. Kind of get him off the field so they can keep on this no huddle. So Nadwerny with another gain. Gain of about 3.
4-yard gain is going to make it 2nd down and 6.
All right, they gave him 4 on that. We're under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Again, a pretty quick moving quarter. They keep the ball on the ground, the clock just runs. High snap. Nice job by Spear. They're going to stack him up. Not going to get anything on it.
No.
Maybe gained a yard. Looks like he gained about 1 on the play. Yeah, better get that ice bath ready for Nad Warney. He has carried the ball more than 25 times today.
He's going to get up into the 30s potentially before this game's over.
Yeah, I would
As
think
long
so.
as it stays close like this. I mean, maybe if they...
He's at 27 right now. So
He's at 27, so there you
27
go.
carries, yeah. It's possible I may have given one of Bush's carries, 1 or 2 of his carries to Nad Warney, but I'm pretty sure Sam has had 27 carries so far. So expect to see him in the Boston Globe tomorrow. Player of the week type of thing, with stat-wise anyway. And we're going to get a penalty. Or nope, we're going to get a timeout. Timeout, Swampscott. Didn't see what they liked, 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
So we saw one of the players a couple plays ago for Swampscott, Liam Keeney, limp off the field. And so...
By the way, Rich, let's talk about the psyche of the Panther defense at this point. Do you come more susceptible to giving up a big play?
Yes.
Because not only, well, obviously they've been on the field a ton, but you start to get into this mindset where it's like you have to make a play for you guys to score right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple parts of that,
whether it
right?
be not completing a tackle because you want to rip the ball out,
Right.
or thinking you can jump a route.
Yeah, you're definitely right. And, you know, it's 3rd and 5 right now. This is one of those kind of situations where you want to make that big play.
Mm-hmm.
And if a team runs like a little misdirection, you may get a guy, you know, not covering the backside like he needs to or something like that. Or, you know, on a pass play, like you said, try to jump it or something like that. So this is where you're susceptible to like a pump fake or something like that. I think they're just going to give it to Nad Warney. No,
Nope,
okay,
they're gonna
just
throw.
run it. They're going to throw
Looking
it there.
to throw.
Down the
He's got a
field,
man.
and he drops it.
Oh,
Well, you know what? I wouldn't exactly call that a drop. I mean, it goes down as a drop, but the ball was a little low. It was behind him. Tough catch
weather.
to make. Tough way.
In this weather,
it's
too.
pouring, you know.
you're going to slip the minute you try and stop. No. I think, I don't care if it hit him. I do think that's one you got to go back and, you know, quarterback might be like a, you know.
All right, so
on
they're
me a
gonna
little bit.
so they're gonna punt the ball here. They got to send someone back. All right, so Costa's back there. You may again you got to be susceptible to, you know, wary of the fake.
Yep.
Nice punt. Costa's gonna let it go. It's gonna roll.
Oh,
Beautiful roll.
jeez. Roll all the way inside the 20.
All right, well, smart move by Costa. You know, unfortunately, it took a really good bounce there. If he tries to make that catch, who knows what's going to happen.
Do you ever see the video of it? I believe it was a really famous Steelers game where the field was so bad that a punt went and the ball didn't bounce at all.
It just stuck in the ground,
directly
yeah.
into the ground.
I have seen that, yeah. Back when everybody had grass, right?
Yeah.
You don't get that issue. The drainage is better nowadays, and you know. All right, so 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Panthers needing to get something going. They're going to do that pitch
Costa
play
gets outside. He's
that
got some-
Swampscott's been doing
nice
to
job.
them, and it gets
All
them
right.
more than 10 yards on a first down.
Costa with about an 11-yard gain there.
That looked like that Nadworthy pitch that Swampscott's been doing to them all day.
Well, I'll tell you what I liked about that is that the pitch going outside kind of probably surprised Swampscott a little bit, but Costa didn't try to dance around. He just got the ball and just ran straight ahead. Sometimes these guys try to get, not these guys, but sometimes running backs try to get kind of cute.
Yeah.
You know, try to dance around guys, but he just kind of bolted right through and got himself the first down.
Yeah. Indeed, indeed.
And that's the end of the quarter.
Yep. So that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Swampscott tacked on another score. And as we go on to the 4th, 14-0, the Big Blue in front, but Panther football. And as you talked about some of the things you could be susceptible to if you're the Panther defense as you're waiting for the offense to kick it in gear. Great play, though, on first down, and you're hoping that's going to be a catalyst here for what could be a big answer drive by Beverly to put them right back in this game in the final quarter.
Yeah, and, you know, talking about being susceptible defensively, the receiver was open on that play. The pass just didn't get there. If that ball was thrown up a little bit, leading him, it would have been a touchdown. Some of it is the pressure from the guys up front forced that pass to go a little quicker than they needed to.
Yeah, he did have somebody bearing right down on him.
At some point, we're going to see a little seam rope from Considine, I think.
Hands off again, trying to find the edge.
Nothing there.
First shot across to the ball carrier.
You know, with the exception of that last play to Costa, you really haven't seen a whole lot of outside runs from Beverly being that successful.
No.
The pursuit from Swampscott's been pretty good. A couple times it looked like they were going to be able to gain some yards, but Swampscott just sniffing it out.
And, they lost their sort of outside home run hitter threat before the season even started.
Sure. Yeah.
These guys are getting forced into roles on this offense that they were not meant to be in, I think, originally.
But Swampscott's linebackers, that's not
going anywhere.
Anything, nope. They actually lost a yard on that.
But, I mean, coming into the year, didn't you kind of think Costa was going to be like kind of another punishing guy like McCarron up the middle?
Well, Costa's not as big as
he's not as
McCarron,
big, I
right?
know, but
so that goes for negative yards, -1. That was a pass to Considine, who we I just said, look for a play. That's not the pass I thought I was going to see thrown to him. But again, another 3rd and long situation. I think again, you got to try to get Danny out of the pocket a little bit. But one of the things you really got to give credit to is the Swampscott little pump fake. Got a man deep.
Oh, Danny lost the football.
There's that wet field, that wet ball.
Yeah.
And the turnover.
And there's also kind of the inexperience of this is, he's been thrust into the starting role.
Yeah.
He's not really faced a situation like this.
Well, I think he's looking for that long ball, the home run kind of play, trying to make a play, and that's what ends up happening sometimes. It's not for lack of effort, that's for sure. Just right before that play happened, I was going to say, you got to give credit to Swampscott's linebackers. They have been all over the field today, really preventing any kind of outside running. All right, so ball's on the 22. What do you think, Nadworny?
Yeah.
All right. Considine making himself be known right there.
Yeah.
Hadn't really had a chance to call his name too much because he'd been double teamed much of the game, but on that play he was able to make a play. About a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, we really have not called his name a ton today, though. But
no, I mean Swampscott. He's the kind of guy you have to, build your game plan around.
Oh, yeah.
Because if not, he's just going to eat you up. A lot of it also is they've been running away from him. All right, so they picked up about 7 on that. 6.
Nadworthy's going to end up looking like he plays for Beverly by the end of this game.
I know. You definitely want to take a picture of him after this game just because with everybody playing on that fake turf, you don't see a dirty uniform like that so much.
Third down.
But again, the field's in really good shape considering the weather right now. Another carry by Nadworny, and he's down.
The ball carrier.
He's got to be, 32?
Scott Quiet check with the tackle for Beverly.
With that one, would he gain about 2 on that? Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I think about 2. It's got to be like his 32nd carry, though, right? 33?
30, actually. Yeah.
All right, even 30 now.
Yep.
All right.
Fourth and 7. All right, so the Panthers had that tough break on offense. Now they can make a play here.
Yeah. 8:35.
They can get a stop here.
8:35 to go.
Again, if you're Swampscott, you get a 14-point lead. You don't want to throw a risky pass, but Oh, he fumbled that.
And now he loses the football.
And he slips
And he
down.
slides
okay. That was a funny kind of play right there.
I mean, listen, the rain is
Yeah.
really pummeling down. It is pummeled down. This is the hardest it's been all day.
Yeah.
And it's been consistent at this rate now since about, what, near the end of the third quarter, halfway
Yeah,
through the third quarter?
it's pouring. I mean, it was a drizzle to start the game. It's pouring out
Yeah.
now. Which, again, if you're watching, this is fun to watch. If you're playing on in it,
sucks.
it's fun playing in this stuff. If you're on the sidelines, kind of just standing there watching, that's when it's miserable. And, that goes down as actually a run for loss there. I'm not going to write it down in my
Beverly
book.
will get the
All
ball
right,
back
looking to
now as
throw
the
it.
monsoon is
Pierce
coming.
going to
Danny.
turn and run. Oh, makes
Oh,
a
the
cut.
defender falls down.
All right.
Danny's going to run. He's going to find some room in front of him.
Now the field conditions are really playing a role in this game. So we gained about 3 or 4.
And if you got sick of us at home talking about the weather at the start of this game, this is exactly why we were talking about what the conditions were going to be today.
Yeah, exactly. But again, that's where you see, on offense, if the offensive player makes a little move, doesn't even have to be a Barry Sanders type of move, you can get a guy to fall down. And that's, I think, what Beverly might be hoping here on the passing.
Yeah. There's the toss again.
Getting outside. And again,
That's
there's
great
that
pursuit.
There's that pursuit that we've been talking about. That looked like that was going to be a big play. And then number 6 for Swampscott.
Max Field.
Making a fantastic play.
Who's listed as a wide receiver as well as a linebacker.
Again, that looked like it was going to break for at least the first down.
Yeah, this defense's closing speed has been very impressive.
So 3rd and 4, again, tough situation. Beverly's got to be going for it.
Yes.
If they don't get it here.
And after that last throw by Swampscott, unless Beverly scores a touchdown and puts some sort of pressure on, that might be the last time he's going to go there. Bad snap.
Danny's
now
gonna fall
Danny's
on
going to have to go down there and slide and fall onto the football.
And so where I said it's fun playing in this stuff, now it's not fun because that's the kind of stuff that happens much of the game. So they went from 3rd and 4 to now 4th and 14, 15 now.
Yeah.
And again, it looked like it was going to be 4 down territory, but now they're forced to punt the ball.
I tell you right now, this punt is terrifying. This punt is so terrifying.
Got to make the snap. Snap's good. Pierce gets it off. Low punt. Skips. Nadworny, did he touch it is the question. And he didn't.
Apparently he didn't. He put the hands up. And that means you didn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Not me. The Panthers could have caught a break there if he did touch it.
That is always the best when someone obviously commits a penalty and then puts their hands up.
Yeah, you see the guy, he holds a guy, throws a guy to the field, to the ground, and he puts his hands up, not me. If the referee wasn't sure at the time, he was now. Yeah, right, the NBA. Oh, I didn't touch anyone. All right, so Danny Pierce doing his job as the punter right there anyway. Yeah. Panthers got to get a quick stop. They really kind of need a 3 and out.
Yeah,
here.
they do. I would expect that Swampscott will not throw another pass in this game.
They're going to pack the box here and just try to hit Nadworny before he gets across the line of scrimmage. All right, and there's one.
Like I said, I would be shocked if Swampscott goes to the air again in this game.
Ben Herring, there's no need to.
No.
I mean, you might, try to do a little play fake or something, but
I
again,
wouldn't. I wouldn't. But
No,
I mean, listen, just when these guys go back to throw, you can't throw with 2 hands.
No, at this point, you try to grind as much of the clock out, and if you have to punt it, you do that, and you force Beverly to have to throw the ball in this weather.
Yeah, because
you don't want to give them any breaks. You don't want to give them a short field or anything like that. Just
holding on to the football to try and make a throw is going to get really hard now.
I mean, a bootleg or something. Oh, Nadworny, Oh, he fumbled it again.
Nadworny ball on the
I
ground.
think Beverly might have got that, actually.
Panthers are going to get it.
Looked like a Swampscott play jumped on it, but I don't think he was able to gather it in.
This is wild. Have there now been 4 fumbles in about the last 8 plays.
Yeah, okay, so I think they're going to give Swampscott the ball. Yeah, okay. And again, as we said, Dom, so many of those plays this year have kind of gone the other way.
I know. It's
Edward,
crazy.
he looked like he might have been breaking for a touchdown there.
Yeah. But it is funny. Have we seen 4 fumbles now in the last 12 plays?
Something like that, yeah. Clock keeps running, too.
On the 49-yard line.
Again, you know, at this point, if you're Swampscott, you just kind of take it easy. You're going to see Will Bush back there as the running back now. Give Nad Werney a little break. He earned it. You know, a bootleg you might be able to get. Oh. Again, that's a play. It looks like he might be ready to get a first down, and it turns into a 3-yard gain.
Because he slips.
Because he slips. 4-yard gain, I guess.
Five-yard carry is going to make it 2nd down and 5.
4 minutes left to play.
4 minutes remaining in the game.
Spear will just take his time getting to the huddle. Use the huddle as a means to grind the clock out. You got someone with a pretty white shirt out there.
I know, right?
Yeah, running back now. That's Henry Butler. Butler's carried the ball a few times. Whoa, high snap. And another fumble.
And then a fumble, he falls on it at least.
You know, that's one of the things with the way they hand the ball. It's a high handoff.
Yeah.
You know, years ago they used to teach put it right in his gut, but here it's sort of that RPO-ish kind of thing. You hand it off kind of high.
Yeah.
Winning 50-50 is 2-1-1, 5-1-8.
All right, so if you bought a 50-50 and you decide to, leave the game early, 2-1-1, 5-1-8. So if you did go home, you might want to rush back down here so you can collect your money. I'd imagine the 50-50 is not very big today.
No, I don't think so either.
Crowd.
Yeah, based on this crowd, I would.
So I think Beverly must have called a timeout there to stop the clock.
I would guess that is not.
Yeah. 3:23 left to play. Third and 9. You might just see a straight run, direct snap kind of thing. Less exchanges of the ball at this point.
Yeah.
Although they're probably going to hand off to Butler here and see what happens. The offense does become a little predictable. Oh, a little pitch to the outside. Pursuit, and they stop him.
Yeah.
Didn't really gain much on that.
Henry Butler on the carry for Swampscott. That was Callum McKay on the tackle for the Panthers.
I've heard Cal McKay's name called quite a few times today. Coming in, again, young kid, a sophomore, getting some playing time now. Again, one of the things is we get to see what the future looks like. And, they got a lot of young players playing a lot.
All right, let's talk. This is dangerous. This is dangerous.
Oh, yeah. This could be, you got to watch the snap. The snap's the most important thing right here.
All punts right now are
extremely
dangerous.
High snap, and they just missed it. Nice punt.
Wow, that's a booming
look
punt.
at that. Oh, no. Okay, it was already out of bounds when it rolled. I thought it went out right before the cone there, but that was a booming punt, absolutely. Panthers with their back up against the wall now. Again, this is tough, I mean, high school throwing the ball is not always that easy, and then you just throw the rain, the wet ball.
The way your offense is built anyway is not suitable to throwing the football.
You might see some kind of designed, quarterback draw or something like that. That's get the defense downfield and then let them run a little bit or something.
Beverly will start off 1st and 10 on their 10-yard line.
Okay, quick pass to the outside to Callahan.
Callahan makes one man miss, cuts it back up to the middle of the field. And
Does a nice
tackles.
job holding on to it.
The
Clock
pass is complete
will keep
to
running.
Shane Callahan.
Gained about, what, 15 on that?
Yeah.
It is 2nd out and 4.
Callahan had that big play in the first half.
Danny
Rolls
rolling
to his
out.
left.
Danny looking to throw.
Throw it. Oh,
Danny
and
lets
it's
it go,
picked
and
off.
it's picked off.
Yeah, he got hit as he threw it. So he was trying to get that ball over the defender, but he got hit.
Intercepted by the Big Blue, and that'll just about do it. Probably here from Herd
the
Stadium.
Panthers have, I think, 2 timeouts left, so
Yeah.
they can stop the clock twice, which would force Swampscott to have to run some plays.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're just going to try to, see if you can get a fumble or something.
When do you debate on just taking knees?
I think
Just simply because
yeah.
you would be like, oh, we're going to run safe plays. Is anything safe in this weather?
Well, yeah, take a knee and then you give the other team the ball back. But
so what? It's a 2-score game, and you got them pinned way back there.
That's actually a pretty smart game plan, but I don't think they're going to do that yet.
No, I wouldn't think they would. It's just not the normal thing to do.
Yeah. All right,
But
so timeout. Gain about a yard there.
I honestly think I would debate
Tackled by Junior De Los Santos.
Well,
after that one play.
Okay, so there isn't a timeout. Well, no, there is. It's just an issue with the clock. No. I thought it was a timeout, but I guess no. The other thing is, the handoff is dangerous, but even the snap in a shotgun.
Yeah.
And we've seen a couple of those.
I really would have ran that play to Nadworthy, and then after that, I'd take knees.
Yeah. Trying to run as much clock off as they can. Up, and Butler doesn't get in, but he does get the first down. He gained about 11 on that. Maybe Butler's your ball security guy at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Sam's done enough for you today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no need to have Nadworny out there at this point. You get, victories, while it's not assured, it's pretty close. Mm-hmm. Don't want to take a risk of injuring a guy either. All right, now I think they're in victory formation here.
Mm-hmm.
Let the clock run. They're going to let the clock run down to it's just under 40, I think, or get as much of it down. Mm-hmm. Now he'll just kneel on it.
You can hear the pittering of the rain.
I know.
At this point.
There you go. He's going to kneel on that one. That'll probably be our last play of the game.
Yep.
There you go.
And that will do it here on a messy, sloppy, rainy day from Herd Stadium. The Big Blue take it over Beverly 14-0. And, once again, the Beverly offense is just having a hard time finding their groove. Beverly was in this game. It was 7-0 at half. Really, for Swampscott, the only points opening up the game and then opening up the second half. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any stats for us or anything you want to.
I got Nadworny at about 140 yards.
Okay. On what, 35 carries?
Yeah, something like that. Let's see. 32 carries.
Okay.
32 carries, yeah. Jake Spear doing a nice job throwing the ball when he needed to. He threw the ball 11 times. Only 2 incomplete passes during that time. And you see the the Big Blue doing the slide over there. Might as well, right? Have some fun with that. You're the victor, so you can do that kind of stuff. Danny Pierce doing a nice job in relief for the injured. Actually, he started, so it's not even in relief. Doing a nice job starting the game. Sean Costa doing a nice job running the ball. The Panthers' defense did well.
Yeah.
1 touchdown each half, the beginning of each half, and they were able to prevent any more scoring. It's just they can't put the points on the board.
No. Not at all. Swampscott snaps their 2-game losing streak. That will do it for our 3-game stretch that we had all here at Herd Stadium. We might not be back here again until the Thanksgiving game, I think.
With the whole tournament thing, teams do have to play, so we may get a home game.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
We don't know. But anyway, so that'll do it for us for a while, though.
Yeah.
Final once again here, Swampscott 14, Beverly nothing for Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis. BevCam, everyone who makes things happen. Chris Harvey, I don't know. I always call them the producer. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
what
that is the title.
Are, but I think Mark was on camera upstairs.
Tim Hezzy, Mike
Hezzy.
Perino was there too.
Yeah, and all of them.
Perino.
Have a great rest of your Saturday.
Okay. All right.